Vaccine absolutely protects you from getting sick from COVID-19. The idea here is we want your body to have an immune response already built up if it ever does come in contact with the virus. If you do get vaccinated and you do come into contact with COVID, the likelihood of you getting severely ill is much, much lower. So that helps us not only keep you safe and healthy, it helps our hospital systems not get overwhelmed, not be burdened with all these people coming in, using up our ICU units. If you already had COVID, we do still recommend that you do go get a COVID vaccine. The immunity that you got from the virus coming in your body after you were exposed to it is there, but it will not last forever. So you getting a COVID vaccine, even after being exposed to COVID, is going to be tremendously helpful in protecting you and other people. One of the things that people ask us about all the time is, I'm scared about getting sick from getting a COVID vaccine. And honestly, the possibility of you feeling a little under the weather for a few days is very real. But that's something that we can help you work through. We can use over-the-counter medications to help with some of the side effects, like those aches and pains you might experience. Staying well hydrated with plenty of water is going to help keep those side effects at bay. And the truth is, everybody's body is a little bit different. Just because one person got sick or didn't feel well after getting a vaccine does not necessarily mean that you're going to have those same symptoms. So it really depends on the individual, and that's something that the pharmacist can help work through. Another question that a lot of patients come in and ask us at the pharmacy is, am I going to get COVID from this vaccine? And the answer is absolutely not. There is no COVID virus in the vaccines that are available at this time. They have components or particles of the virus that your body recognizes as a foreign object, and it creates that immune response to go after it. So there is no virus in these vaccines. They are safe and they will not give you the COVID virus. Another question we get a lot in the pharmacy is this COVID vaccine going to change my DNA? And the answer is absolutely not. The mRNA vaccines do have the capability of creating a small piece of protein from the virus that your body recognizes as foreign, but there is really no way for the vaccine itself to make any changes to your DNA structure itself. So that is a myth. They are safe and they are effective and they will not alter your DNA. From what we know at this time, there is no chance of long-term side effects from getting your COVID vaccine. What we're learning about people who have been vaccinated versus those who haven't and had the virus, you hear more stories about people who've had long-term complications from the virus itself and not the vaccine. So that's an extra risk of not getting vaccinated. If you do get COVID, you could be exposing yourself to those long-term effects from the virus. The data that we have at this time shows us that there is no risk to pregnancy from getting your COVID vaccine. My wife and I are expecting our first child after we got vaccinated, and we have a healthy baby girl on the way. And we are very excited about that, and we are very happy that we got vaccinated, not just to protect ourselves, but to protect her. Another concern a lot of people have is, how is this safe if it was created so quickly? And that's a great question. And a lot of what we have for this mRNA technology, while it was a new technology that we're using for vaccines at this point in time, it's not a brand new out-of-the-box technology. We've been using this technology in research labs and in studies for a very long time. And that's why we were able to bring a product to market so quickly, because we knew the technology, we knew how to utilize it, and that was on the science part. From the regulatory aspect and what the FDA was looking at, we have a lot of different pieces that are required for a drug product or a vaccine to come to market. They're usually done one at a time in a synchronous session. In order to get this vaccine out quickly, we were doing a lot of those things at the same time. So there was no step that was skipped, but we were running them all at the same time so we could get this out and keep you safe. So we've got this Delta variant running around right now, and there's a lot of questions about, is the vaccine going to keep me safe from that? The answer is absolutely yes. There's data that suggests that people that are vaccinated are still protected from that Delta variant from getting severely ill and overwhelming our hospital systems. So even with the Delta variant, you should still consider getting your vaccine. One of the things that happens quite often with viruses is they change. It's one of the natural things of life, changing. Viruses change often. And right now with this Delta variant, we've seen it cause the spread of the virus real rapidly. One of the best ways to help us protect against that virus from changing again is stopping it before it can start to spread. If we go too far down that rabbit hole and we do not stop it, we might run into a situation where we have a virus that changes and now we don't have a vaccine that works against it. So the best way that we can prevent that from happening is get our vaccines now and slow the spread of the virus before it can change again. If you own a small business and you're not in the healthcare space and you're struggling with whether or not you should talk to your teams about getting vaccinated, I want you to reflect on everything that we've been through. Think of all the uncertainty that we had. Who's coming to work? Who's not coming to work? Are we going to have the manpower to get the job done? Those are all major concerns, and as small businesses, if we're not able to be out there and get the job done, it's a question of whether or not we can survive. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. The best way that you can prevent that is to have those discussions with your team about getting vaccinated, staying safe, so that we can keep doing the jobs that we're all supposed to be doing out here.